Hey, I'm the Review Warrior, and welcome to Jackass. So Jackass Best and Last was directed by Jeff Tremaine, and it stars, the usual crew. Johnny Knoxville, Chris Pontius, Steve-O, Dave England, Wee Man, the whole crew. They're all in it. The film follows the Jackass crew as they perform their final series of dangerous stunts and pranks, marking the end of the franchise. Okay, so going into Jackass Best and Last, the first thing I thought when I saw the trailer, I was just like, okay, some it doesn't feel very Jackassy, if you see what I mean. Like, it keeps reverting back to all the old stunts, that kind of thing. I was just like, okay, so is it basically like a clip show of the original Jackass clips? Now the answer to that, yeah, it is basically a clip show made into a film. But there are some new stunts in the film. One of them including them playing Twister after drinking laxatives. That's all I'm going to say because holy shit, I almost puked. Yeah, after watching the film, I don't think I've ever laughed that much in my life because Jackass Best and Last was absolutely friggin' hilarious in every possible way, considering it's the final hurrah for the Jackass guys. They're all getting older now. Johnny Knoxville's not allowed to do any stunts that involves bulls because in Jackass Forever, he kind of did this stunt where he got rammed over by a bull, resulting in a concussion. You see it in this one as well, at the aftermath with it. You see him on the floor, you hear him wheezing, snoring, he got knocked the hell out. And yeah, I think after that one, Johnny Knoxville was like, yeah, let's do one more and then call it a day, I can't do this anymore. And going back to the film itself, not only is it funny, it's also heartfelt, kind of going over the best moments they've had as the Jackass crew. You have some moments with Knoxville, you have some moments with Steve-O, kind of reminiscing about his old stunts. You even see the Poo Cocktail Supreme, and seeing how Johnny Knoxville did the first Poo Cocktail and Steve-O doing the Poo Cocktail Supreme. Seeing where all the ideas come from, it's just pretty cool to see how they think of these ideas for the stunts. Now, I just want to go into one more thing before I carry on with this review. This isn't all new stunts. Like I said in my intro, there are some old stunts, they replay in the film. Some from the TV show, some from the films. I mean, hell, this film opens with the first ever Jackass stunt done by Johnny Knoxville. There's not really any spoilers for Jackass Best and Last. It's just them doing stupid shit for people's entertainment. The opening stunt is basically Johnny Knoxville with a bulletproof vest on, magazine stuffed up it, shooting himself in the chest, seeing what would happen, seeing if it would kill him. And that's pretty much where Jackass was born. And I like how it started. It was cool to see old footage. It was cool to see new footage. It was good to see Ryan Dunn in old clips from Jackass. He is missed by everyone. I know the Bam Margera misses him a hell of a lot. Yeah, he's definitely missed by us Jackass fans too. Well, with the new stunts, I was crying with laughter. There was one stunt where it involves Zach kind of held up in a harness on a crane, and they're all doing like this quiz, and every time someone gets a question wrong, he's lowered. And when one of them loses, if one of them's unlucky to sit in the chair while he's being lowered, I'm not going to fill in the gaps, you just have to watch it for yourself, but I was crying in that stunt. And another stunt I was in stitches watching was, like I said in my intro, it involves Twister and laxatives. I was laughing, I was crying, I almost puked. But that's what you want from a Jackass film, innit? You know what I mean? Like, you want to have fun. You want to just watch people do dumb shit for an hour and a half. You just want to have fun, man. And that's what we need at the cinema. We just want to have fun. And I just want to say one more thing before I go into my verdict. I was in school when Jackass number 2 came out. I was in secondary school, or high school as you guys call it in America. And I really wanted to kind of sneak into the cinema, but I was a good boy back then. But seeing this last Jackass film does hit hard. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I got all the Jackass films on DVD. I love those films. They're so funny. The younger me is probably punching the air now that I've seen 2 Jackass films at the cinema, because I got to see Jackass Forever back in 2022. And now I get to see Jackass Best and Last here at the cinema now in 2026. And the younger version of me is probably loving it right now. And I just love the fact that I got to see 2 Jackass films at the cinema. I love it. It makes me so happy.
Verdict time.
Okay, so in the end, Jackass Best and Last, it was an absolutely hilarious ending to the Jackass franchise. I'm so happy that I got to see its last hurrah on the big screen. Glad the guys are calling it a day after this one, because I don't want them to get hurt anymore. Like I said before with Johnny Knoxville with the ball. I think it's all time for them to retire, bless them, and I'm happy that it ended here. I can probably see a new group taking over the Jackass franchise. Just leave it alone now. After Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O and everyone like that, just let it rest. And if they did let Jackass rest, I would be fine with it. So anyway, with that being said, I am going to give Jackass Best and Last an A-.
Yeah, dude.
So Jackass Best and Last, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what is your favourite stunt from any of the Jackass film or TV shows? Whatever it is, comment below to tell me what it is. I've been the Review Warrior. Thank you so much for watching and checking out this video. Before I go, I just want to say I'm sorry I haven't brought you any videos since my review for Obsession. I've had a lot going on. I'm not going to go into what's been going on. But it's more than work this time. It's family stuff. Once again, I'm not going to go into what it was. But I know I say this all the time, but thank you so much for sticking around. Staying subscribed on my channel. I know I have lost a couple of subs on here. I used to have 591. Now I'm down to 588. Those 3 people, man. But anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and don't have a good day. Have a great day.